Welcome to another video on my channel. This one is being posted after a very long time, even though I edited it quite a while ago, and it's about the specification that's provided by exam boards as well as its importance. So let's look at the definition of a specification first. If you randomly write define specification on Google, it's not going to give you the answer that you're looking for. It's going to give a very general definition. So you'd better write something like board exams or O-levels or iGCSEs, and then you'll get your answer. So over here it says that the exams taken by GCSE and A-level students are based on a syllabus, which is now usually called a specification. So this tells us that the specification is basically the syllabus, which is created by exam boards, as it goes on to tell us. Now let's look at exam boards. There are many exam boards, for example, SAT, AQA, Pearson Edexcel, and Cambridge Assessment International Education, which is also known as CIE. So the specification is basically created by such exam boards. They are the ones responsible for creating the syllabus for each subject, and thus, according to which exam board you're studying for, you're going to have a different specification for each subject. I'm studying for Pearson Edexcel, and therefore I'll be giving examples of that and what I know of Pearson's specifications. It might not correlate with your exam board specifications. Now, if you're wondering where to get the specification, well, the most obvious answer is to look for it online, and I feel like that's the only way you can get access to the specification. Otherwise, your teacher might give it to you, or you might be able to find it in a bookstore, but I doubt that you will find it in a common bookstore. Usually you only get past papers, not the specification, so I would suggest you search for it online. Now, another common thing to wonder about is, why is the specification really so important? Well, there are three main reasons: assessment objectives, content overview, and timings. And I'm going to go over these 3 points quite quickly and briefly so that you get an idea. So first of all, let's look at assessment objectives. As you can see, this is the content section of the specification, which is open over here, and there are two areas where assessment objectives are mentioned, one over there and one over here. So I'm going to look at the one at the top first, and this is like a brief overview of the assessment objectives, which are also called AOs, AO1, AO2, AO3, as you can see, and they're quite useful because they let you know what's going to be assessed throughout the exam, and they're sometimes divided, such as reading, writing, as you could see over there. And now in the next section, there is even more detail about the assessment objectives and their breakdown, etc. Now, leaving that aside, let's look at the content overview, which the specification provides us with. So over here, you can see an overview of the English language paper, and it gives you a small content summary over here about what is going to be assessed, what skills are going to be analyzed, and then it tells you about the sections within the paper, etc., what type of questions are going to be asked. Now let's look at the specification for accounting over here. Now this is written in a different way. They've given topics instead, which will probably also appear in your textbooks if you're using the same textbooks. And then they also tell you about the different papers, as you can see over here, if that subject has 2 papers. And then the content is further broken down and explained. So there's like a course structure, and then some topics are, explained even further, and you're told what are the important key points that you have to focus on for each paper. Let's go to timing now, and this is mentioned in almost every specification. You get to know the time to spend on each section of the paper or on each paper as a whole, etc. As you can see over here, 1 hour 15 minutes. So yeah, basically these were the 3 main points that make specifications very important, to me at least, and I hope this video benefited you in some way or the other. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and share this video with others who might benefit as well.